Right. Watch. Don't go anywhere. Right. We are doing stuff that I've written that's going to become a series in 3 to 5 years' time, maybe 2 if everything just lands properly. And you have an opportunity to see what is coming to your television set before anyone else. This is public. Yeah, this whole thing is public, but not enough people watch it. And so you will know before other people what's coming out because we're performing it for you. No one else does this. They hide their things, but I don't need to hide my things because I've got so many things. I can hide things and show things, and there will still be other things. This is a series called Death and Taxes. Death and Taxes. Listen. My medieval drama, Death and Taxes, is causing an almighty stir, or at least it will when someone important reads it. You are in the delightful position of hearing it being read before anyone else, what I've just said. And even though you are probably not important and your feedback irrelevant, I'm happy to give you this opportunity. In this scene, the noble factions meet for the showdown. Will there be war, or will there be peace? The new Lord Castledrake, fresh from his family seat and the Holy Land, is put under diplomatic pressure even his learned father would struggle with, as the king's brother demands fealty. Choose roles. All right, we will choose roles, but we will just make some mention because Death and Taxes has a history. You've seen it, where Harry starts off, we've gone quite chronological with this. Harry starts off as kind of a young knight in his teens, and his older and wiser father is kind of resisting attempts to side one way or the other with the king, who is absent and in the Holy Land, and the king's brother, who is kind of in charge in his stead, possibly overstepping the mark. And being a wise man, Harry Castledrake's father, the original Lord Castledrake, has carefully positioned himself so as not to offend anyone. Harry then goes off to the Holy Land, like all young men, goes to fight, stab things, prove himself, because there wasn't anything else to do. And in the time that he is there, 5 years, his father dies. He is therefore called back to England, where we do like a series of him crossing Europe on horseback and meeting people along the way. But he eventually gets back to England, finds his mother speaking in tongues. Do you remember that one? Right, his mother was, on her deathbed, and not really happy to see him because she was like really out of it. But it's pretty weird that one, but really exciting. And now Harry's been called by the king's brother, Prince Edmund, to swear fealty to him while the king is still absent, and that's a difficult thing to agree to. Quite the dilemma. A situation his father couldn't escape because he's been explicitly asked to do it, but what's he going to do? Because he's quite young, and how much guile has he picked up? So we got oof. So we've got 3 roles. Great input. We've got 3 roles. And I'm not going to be in it. I'm going to narrate and oversee in a kind of cool and assuming way. Now, we have Harry Castledrake, which I think should be you because you've been him all the time up until now.
I'm married to him now, yeah.
We have Prince Edmund, who is the king's brother and a bit of a villain. And we have Lord Renwick, who is loyal to Prince Edmund, and therefore we could say disloyal to the king, because that's the choice. So who wants what? There's only 2 of you. There's 2 roles. Pick it.
Do you have a preference?
I'll do Lord Renwick.
Sure, I'll be a prince.
Prince Edmund. Right, fantastic. Harry Castledrake bounds into the throne room. The king's brother, Edmund, does not sit there, but stands close, a powerful visual metaphor displaying his proximity to power.
The newest lord of the realm. Try that again. Try and speak in
You're a prince,
English,
Edmund.
yeah. Ah, the newest Lord of the realm, Harry Castledrake. I was moved when I heard of your father's passing.
Harry bows his head.
My prince, thanks to you for those commiserations. I was gone some time, but my father was well when I left.
Age ravages all. Even I feel it. How goes the holy campaign?
Well, though it is not a simple venture, the natives prove hard to convert. The sun is hot, supplies are erratic. The king asked me to send his regards to his brother, the prince.
Did he? Yes. The picture you have painted is one I feared. We simply cannot rely on the king's safe return, and important matters of state hang over us.
Such as?
The division of your lands, of course. Lord Renwick?
The prince calls out to the assembled nobles, and Lord Renwick steps forward.
My prince.
Lord Renwick has a righteous claim to some 4,000 acres, of which the ex-Lord Castledrake promised, not long before his untimely death.
I've heard nothing of this.
His signature and seal are on the document.
Harry looks it over.
And where are the witnesses' signatures?
Are you doubting my word, sir?
I do doubt it, sir. My father would never give up those lands, and without a witness on the document, it could well be forgery.
Outrage!
Renwick draws his sword. Harry does too.
My lords, swords drawn in the throne room. This is a place for sitting and discussion.
Prince Edmund sits on the throne. There is much murmuring.
As your prince, I see both sides. A signed document with no witnesses is a curious thing, but the seal is present. What to do? Perhaps I can halt the exchange of lands in return for Lord Castledrake's sworn fealty to me, as of now.
My prince, you should not doubt my loyalty to you and your family. But true fealty can only be sworn to the sovereign.
I am the sovereign of this land. The king is thousands of leagues away, dead or alive we do not know, and unable to make such decisions on matters such as these. Make your choice, boy, and make it quick.
Harry looks around for aid. Half of the nobility seems conflicted, but Renwick and his cohorts look serene. What to do? Yeah. Proper
I really like this. Yeah.
cliffhanger, isn't it?
Yeah.
What to do? What would you do?
I like the Prince Edmund's there to kind of say this is a room for discussion, not silly boy fights.
But is it discussion? Is he not
Doesn't
just
sound
pretending
like
it's a discussion?
Oh, yeah. It's an illusion.
And he sits at the throne before everyone there and begins to make admissions. We don't know if the king is dead or alive. Now there would be some truth to that, because you don't know minute to minute. It's not like the modern world. You probably wouldn't find out for a couple of months.
News, yeah.
You know,
Like carry a pigeon across.
Of course.
if you're lucky. If you're lucky. I mean, there's probably a few pigeons. That is, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many? 6?
6 trained
A
pigeons.
relay of
6
pigeons.
pigeons.
2 of which
yeah.
can probably get the job done.
You'd have a pigeon in Jerusalem. That pigeon would get as far as Constantinople. You could probably get a pigeon from there to Hungary. Yeah.
God, 1 pigeon?
That's
Unless it-
quite
I
far.
might have
quite
to do a
far.
little swapping.
I'm
They're
thinking
quite,
of 6.
they're chunky.
They could stop and
a
kind of peck at things for a while.
Have a snack.
Either way, it's
Bit
going to
brave.
take time.
Yeah.
So what he's done is a fascinating setup. It's not original. I'm not pretending this is original. It's meant to be entertaining. Okay. So he has invited him in, pretended to be friendly, but you see at the end there's no friendship here. You either basically how it was. You either lose land or all lands, or you do what I want, and you don't have any time to think about it. Because probably, to be fair, should have been thinking about the likelihood of this setup on the way there. Maybe stall things a bit. Maybe like come a bit. Oh, my horse is lame. I need to wait for another one. What should I do in this situation? Is there anyone I can stab? That's your first.
Right. Yeah.
But it wouldn't have helped if you'd have just killed Lord Renwick. Imagine if
Well,
you'd
it's
done
not
that.
good for the plot, is it?
No.
Don't know.
I-
Did it in
Or you had
Game of
future career,
Thrones?
really.
House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
Good
well,
TV.
anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. But I think what we would do is we would build Renwick up as a bit of an enforcer. So he'd be the one kind of stalking the land on the prince's behalf, going, oh, have you signed up to the prince's things yet? You know?
It's like a sheriff turning lord, turning bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably
Finds
getting
way
more
up.
and more, just hoovering up more land, the more heads he cracks, you know. And everyone's there. This is why it's such a vital scene. The room is filled with nobles. It's very thrilling conclusion to, I would think, maybe the 4th or 5th season. We skip over like a bit of time because you can't have, I think because we had the 5 years of crusading in the Holy Land, and if you say, oh, it's year 1 of that, oh, it's year 2 of that, you know, it's a bit of a struggle. But thrilling intrigue that you could apply to modern day politics, but with, I would say, far less impressive people. We don't do politics. We don't do politics on this show. Right, so that was a taster, another taster of the wonder of medieval drama, Death and Taxes. It is splendid, and in a couple of years when it's being made, you can tell all your friends, should you have such things, that you have seen the genesis of this wonderful show that they are now enjoying, and they will turn to you after the episode's finished, obviously. They will turn to you and they'll say, my God, I wish I was more like you, because then I would just generally be better. You will feel good, and you will be glad of this moment where you knew things that before this moment you did not know. Like the video, not bothered about subscribing really. You can do it. Make a comment again. I forgot the code. So it's carte blanche. Enjoy that. Hit the bell though, because the bell is the most important. Ring a ding ding. Bye.